welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and thank you so much to those that have been leaving comments, likes, and all of that. I really do appreciate those. It's nice to have built a little bit of a community as well. So I'm enjoying doing the lives and chatting to some of you. So please keep in touch. I will always try and respond if you do leave a comment. Anyway, your reading today, you have two choices. So I'm going to try and break the collective down into two lots. So pile number 1 is over here and pile number 2 is over here. So choose which pile you feel resonates with you at this time, and we shall get into it. So we're going to start with pile number 1. So pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see what we have for you today, shall we? So your reading, with the animal cards, the animal dreaming cards, we have the lyrebird, the genetic memory, and it's number 1. Now that is an energy that kind of represents the magician, and it also represents, with genetic memory, there's an energy here of experiences that you've had in your life, and you may be looking into your experiences and looking at patterns in your life. And the card that came out with it for your on the T cards was love. So this could be patterns that you are looking into at the moment to do with your love life. You might be really thinking about your love life at this time. You might be working through things in your love life at this time as well. So maybe if things are a bit rocky in your love life at this time, or you're just starting out in a new relationship, or you haven't met that person yet, or you're just trying to figure things out within yourself as to what love is to you, and your experiences of love in the past and how they're affecting you now is what I feel this reading is about for you. So we're going to get into this reading. I'm going to pick your runes first of all. So what energy are we in with your runes at this time? Interesting, we have Wyrd, which is the rune of relationships. But Wyrd is about, first and foremost, that relationship with yourself. It is about aligning your head and your heart. And let's see what else we have for you. Bacano. So for many of you, you are entering into a new relationship. This is a new beginning for you, a new path. You've either ended a relationship and you are now looking for a new relationship, or you are just embarking on a new relationship. And this relationship, your next relationship, is actually connected to your soul needs. It's aligning you with the energy of what really resonates with you on a soul level, not a surface level. You might be looking into relationships you've had previously that have been more surface level, you know, they've kind of met needs that you've had, but on a very physical level perhaps. So maybe it's been more on a sexual level rather than on an emotional level, that kind of thing. And now you want something that is the whole package. You want something that actually fulfills all of those needs, or you have literally just found that. So there may be a couple of different things going on here. So let's see what we have for you in your T cards. So what is the energy of this reading for you today? Okay, so we have peace and harmony and man, dealings or relationship with a man. So for some of you, this might be a new man in your life, okay? So take that how it resonates with you. You know whether that resonates with you or not. And wind chimes, peace and harmony. So this could be somebody stepping into your life that brings you peace and harmony that you haven't experienced before. Now, what I want to say is, you know, when you first go into a relationship, and some of you have actually felt this, you have met somebody, I feel, this man, you have met somebody here, and you don't feel that excited butterfly kind of feeling, and you're questioning, why don't I feel that? Does this mean that this person doesn't mean anything to me? But actually, what it could be about is that it's peaceful. It's not kind of placing you in a fight or flight. It's not bringing out your adrenaline. It's actually feeling safe. And you maybe from your past experiences haven't had that experience before, and that's why you're looking into the difference between this relationship now and relationships that you've had in the past. So for you, anybody that's watching this and you picked pile 1, you are the collective that is in a relationship, just got into a relationship, okay? So that is for you. Let's see what else we have, because I feel like there is more than one on the collective here. And I feel like that could be more in line with the feminines that are here than the masculines. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Now, for some of you, this could be actually about a relationship that you are entering that is also a business opportunity. There's something that you've found within this that actually feels like you could collaborate the two, that you could bring the two together. Now, that might be separate to the first collective that we had there. Oops. Or you've met this person through your work. A goal-orientated person. So this might be somebody that you're interested in that is very work-orientated, you know, very much into their business, into the work that they do. And you want to kind of collaborate with that, but not just on a business level, it's also on a love level. So for some of you, you may have fallen in love with somebody that is very much goal orientated, working on their business. And you see a future in collaborating with that. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. So for some of you, you are ending a relationship with somebody that it could have been connected with money and in a love kind of situation as well. That is what you're ending in order to start this new beginning, okay? Because you have decided to work on yourself, and in that, I feel like you were working on yourself and then somebody else stepped into your life and it's made you realise what it is that you really want, as you access and acknowledge what your needs really are. Yeah, great personal sorrow. This has been a difficult decision for you though. It's been very difficult for you to end what it was that you were coming out of and to even think about a new beginning somewhere else and with somebody else. But it's almost like these are tears of sorrow, but they're also tears of joy in a way, because it's you actually really acknowledging what your needs are and what it is that you want from a relationship. I'm getting a real, like, I can't even explain what this feeling is, but it's almost like excitement with a touch of emotional stuff to it. So it's almost like somebody's feeling very emotional, but in a very happy way. It's like the kind of emotion you get, you know, if you see like a newborn baby or something like that, you know, or you kind of, yeah, something happens and everybody's joyfully crying about it. Older man, dealings or relationships with an older man. So again, this man that you're in a relationship with, for some of you that resonates with, this person is older than you and maybe makes you feel very secure, very stable, very steady. That energy is coming through very strong, stronger than the other side, to be honest. Let's see what that's all about. Coins, money will be coming to you. I'm getting the energy that this person is quite wealthy. And they want to look after you. I feel like they want to protect you in that kind of sense. And you're not used to that. You're not used to somebody kind of saying like, you know, oh, well, I'll pay for that. Or I want to look after you, or money is ours, not just mine kind of thing. And you may have come from a previous relationship where it was like everything's down the middle, or you felt very responsible in terms of money. And now you're in a situation where you're in something loving that makes you feel looked after. It's making you feel very looked after. But you are checking out your previous relationships and comparing it to this. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So this is very different to the relationships that you've been in before, and you're starting to realise that. You're like, this isn't somebody I would normally go for. This isn't normally the way I would go about things either. But you know, it just feels peaceful. It feels easy. And it feels like, you know, you need to just go with the flow of it. Now, what I'm getting on there for some of you is if you are the man within this, and this is about a relationship that you're entering into, you may be wanting to make sure that you are financially stable before entering into this relationship. but you know that this feels peaceful to you. So I sense two people that are feeling that peace and harmony within each other, but haven't felt that in previous relationships. Previous relationships have felt very like you've needed that excited energy, but actually you've realised that excitement was actually adrenaline. It was fear. It wasn't actually a healthy feeling. And it's very short-lived, isn't it? Because then you're looking for that next experience, that next feeling. When that fizzles out, you then want the next one. And you're realising now it's almost like I don't feel like that was actually a healthy thing for me. Arrow, you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So if you were doubting this and it feels different to what you normally would be used to, then don't doubt it, because you are on the right track. You are on the right path, okay? So whatever this dynamic is, the situation is somebody that is older, that's male within this, older than somebody else. And this is a person that has had to let go of something, whether that is to do with love or business or both. And they are now entering into a harmonious relationship that is very wealthy. It feels like there is money coming into this that wants to be shared. Yes, somebody wants to share that wealth with somebody else. And it almost feels like it's just really heartfelt. You know, that energy of like, I don't know, you watch somebody proposing to somebody else and everybody's feeling all upset about it, but in a happy way. You know, people are crying happy tears of joy because something feels like it was meant to be. And that's what this reading is feeling like at this time. I'm going to get one more of these and then we're going to get into what the tarot is talking about. Whoa, okay, so we've got bow. You are highly thought of, and flowers in happiness. If you were doubting something that you are beginning here that feels different to anything that you've experienced before, don't doubt it, because you are going to be looked after. You are very, very highly thought of. And I do sense somebody receiving a lot of gifts, flowers, just being made to feel loved and cherished. And that's new, isn't it? So you might be a bit like, what's this all about? So we have a chain of events that will affect your life, and box, you will receive a gift. So what was I just talking about? You're going to be receiving a lot of gifts at this time, and it's going to feel very sort of like, oh, this doesn't normally happen to me. What's going on here? Should I be worried about this, or is this okay? It's perfectly fine. It's exactly what you have been trying to manifest, and it is coming into your life now, so don't turn it away. But it is going to spark, if it hasn't already, a chain of events that affect your life. And I feel like this chain of events, can you see the world on there? It's like a chain over the world. Where you felt restricted before in being able to go where you want to go and do the things that you want to do, I don't feel you're going to have that restriction anymore. It's almost like you're going to be invited to things. And I do sense there is one dynamic here that's going to be a collaboration in love and business. And the ones that are in that, you're going to be traveling around a lot. You're going to be going to different countries, different places as like a couple. And that's something that I feel you've seen already, or you've daydreamed about, or you've manifested in your life. So let's get into the tarot and see what this is all about then, shall we, for you. So this particular situation, Queen of Wands, you are manifesting all of this and you are bringing this in, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. This is the person who's watching this video, through your own confidence, through your ability to have courage and put yourself forward, you are bringing this in. So this could be that you have just gone like, I'm really excited about this and I'm going to allow myself to get excited about this. I'm not going to fear this anymore. I'm going to go forward in it. You've stopped comparing it to your previous relationships and you've started honouring and realising maybe this is different. Maybe this actually is going to be different. Okay, so Eight of Wands, good luck, good fortune. Very fast energy, fast moving energy. This all could be taking off from around August time if it hasn't already begun, okay? But the element of travel with it is going to be around that August time. Okay. There's an energy here of you've been watched, I feel, and someone has seen you kind of like really glowing or maybe you've been watching somebody else and seeing them glowing. But I sense two people that have gone through a healing process and both have the courage to come forward and say, this is how we want to live. And it's living a very rich life. You're both on the same page about what you want out of life and how you want it to be. There might be something about keeping birds as well, or working with birds of prey. A different bird, like, you know, some people keep budgies or parrots and things like that. This is more something like a raven or an owl, or, you know, something like that. Okay. Healing from wounds, previous wounds. So there does feel like you're going through a time of letting go of those wounds from the past in previous relationships. You're letting go of all of that now. And you are making plans to come forward with this wealth of experience from the past, and understanding that doesn't have to be the way now. You've really done the work on yourself, and you're realising how to move forward. There may be an element though of somebody holding back emotionally, but I feel like that's about to change. That is all about to change. So what else do you need to know on this? What do you need to know right now? Okay, what you need to know right now is to be positive. Okay, stay in a positive way. I nearly said then, stay in your lane. Basically, what this is suggesting is don't step over somebody else's side of the fence, or side of the net, if you like. So imagine you've got a net across you and this other person. If you assume what that person is thinking and feeling, you've crossed over your side of the net onto theirs. And you can't assume what somebody is thinking and feeling. And maybe in previous relationships you recognised where you may have done that, and that's where issues have begun. Now, this is about trust. This is about somebody actually realising how much they need to trust that there is advantage here, that there is positivity here, and seeing where you're at as the greener grass, not over there, okay? And recognising maybe that person views you the same way that you view them. No assumptions. I do sense somebody is making a hasty decision very soon, very rapidly. That could be you, or it could be the other person. So if this hasn't happened already, then it is about to. Let's get a final outcome for you on this. What is the final outcome here? I've got 3 cards here. Okay. Final outcome is coming out as we've got the Knight of Wands, the Star in reverse, and Temperance. So, you're excited right now. You're enthusiastic. You are feeling like you're ready to go. Okay? But you're being asked to have patience and create balance. You still have some work to do about staying on your side of the fence. And maybe this other person does as well. But there's an energy of, you know, where you felt there hasn't been hope, or that what you wish for isn't going to happen. Just being aware that through taking things slow and steady, that wins the race. That is what's going to help you to make things better. I'm just going to get some clarity on why that star is in the reverse position, because that almost feels like you have some doubts about this. So why is that star in reverse? Let's get some clarity on that. Okay, I'm going to cut the pack. Why is that star in reverse? Okay. Because of being hurt in the past. Because of what you've been through in the past. And that's why we've got this lyra bird here. It's about you, the genetic memory, what's happened in your life or in your experience of life. Don't let that affect your way forward. Don't let that affect this romantic, beautiful connection that you've got going on in your life right now. Okay, because that is what is going to hold you back from really seeing the beauty within it. Sometimes it's seeing beauty within pain. I'm going to get one more card on there. Okay, we've got the King of Wands then, but I think it was supposed to be in the reverse actually. So we've got the Queen of Wands there and the King of Wands here in reverse. This is somebody changing their ways. Whereas if you were in the past, in past relationships, I don't like using this word, but maybe I've got a sense of somebody very attractive that kind of didn't find it difficult to get with other people or meet other people. And once that excited feeling had fizzled out with a certain connection, you may have felt like getting into something else. And you're kind of putting that energy down because you've realised actually these patterns aren't serving you anymore. They're not helping you on this journey towards your soul needs, and you're recognising that. So I sense somebody here, and I feel it's more the masculine in this dynamic, is putting that down, okay? That was the Page of Cups in reverse as well. So it's about letting go of immaturity. You want something on a more mature level now. You want love that feels more mature. Okay, one last final word through this reading, and then we'll have a look at pile number 2. Yeah, 5 of Wands in reverse. So there is no longer a need to worry about competition. There is no longer a need for struggle or for conflict. This is peaceful, harmonious, moving forward in a way that is balanced, okay? But take it slow and steady. Take it very slow and steady and stay on your side of the net. Yeah, that's what I have for you here today in this reading. If that resonates with you and you would like to go deeper into this, please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box for you to book yourself a personalised reading, and we can have a look into this further. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, let's have a look then now. I'm just going to clear all of this away. So, we are ready now for pile number 2. So pile number 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing really well. Let's see what we have for you, shall we? So we have number 7, the bilby, which is fear. I'm not sure what a bilby is. That could be some kind of Australian animal. Looks a little bit like a cross between a gerbil and a kangaroo and a shrew. I don't know. But anyway, you may be fearful of something at this time. There may be some fear going on within you, within your life. What are you afraid of? Success. So, you may be embarking on a new venture right now. It could be any aspect of your life right now where you are feeling fearful of whether you will be successful in it or not. So let's get into this. Let's have a look what we have for you on here. So what are your runes telling us? Okay, we have the rune of communication. Communication with the gods, communication expressively as well. Rado, movement, responsibility. And Lagos, flow. So what this is guiding you on is suggesting that your fear right now, and it's funny because Lagos does actually represent our fears too. When we allow ourselves to go with the flow, we are taking fear by the hand and walking with it and going, I'm afraid, but I'm going to move anyway, okay? And when we are sat within our ego, the ego will always try and protect you by keeping you in what it already knows because it fears anything that it doesn't know. So if you're trying to be successful in something that is different to what you would normally do, your ego is going to try and prevent you from doing it. It's going to give you all those fearful thoughts that are going to stop you from moving forward. You're not good enough, or you're not going to make enough money, or you're going to be rejected. You're going to be abandoned. It's all of those kind of things that your ego is kind of reinforcing to you to hold you in the place where it knows you are safe, okay? Even if you feel safe or not, you are being held in that place because your ego doesn't want you to step into something that could potentially be harmful. It's there to protect you, but sometimes that protection can become difficult. So this is where you are then nurturing your ego and almost sort of transcending it and saying, actually, we can move a little bit forward, and then you create a new environment that you can then be like, we're safe here. We know this now, so we're safe here. But there has to be movement in order for that to happen. There has to be movement. And in order for that movement, we have to take responsibility for ourselves. We have to recognise our needs. And sometimes this can be acknowledging, what do we need in our relationships? What do we need in our work? What do we need in our home? What do we need in just our lives in general? And then acknowledging, how responsible am I for bringing that to myself? What can I do in order to do that? And this is how you move through that fear to obtain that success. But it all comes down to communication. See, people around you are not mind readers. They're not going to be able to understand what it is that you're thinking and feeling if you don't outwardly express it. They may pick up on vibes, but unless you're actually speaking it. And there's something else about this too. When our words and actions don't align, we confuse the hell out of everybody around us, including ourselves. And there's an energy within you that might not be matching up your words with your actions. But I feel like you're about to. You're about to align your words and your actions and go, you know what? This is the truth of it. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. And you don't need to know how that's going to turn out, okay? Radio is about the journey being the destination, not you having to work out the destination before you start the journey. And I think you're realising that now, is that you just have to get on and take the journey. So let's see what these tea cards are telling us about this situation for you right now. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So this fear that's holding you back, this concern about taking on a responsibility or a challenge here, you're going to triumph over this. You're taking a different perspective on things. Leg, stepping into a new experience. This is waiting for, just bit my cheek then. This is waiting for you to step out. What is stopping you is actually speaking out. You are kind of preventing yourself. And as soon as you acknowledge this to yourself, as soon as you express this, that's when everything's going to change. It really is. I had a client yesterday that was basically saying about what she wants to do, and she's always feared like stepping out and actually doing it and taking that challenge. And as we were talking about it, and we were saying, well, you can do this and you can do that, and maybe why don't you try this? And she was then like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that. As soon as she did one little thing that aligned her with the path that she wants to be on, suddenly the door opened and something stepped in that was aligned with what she wanted. It's not magic, really. It's the law of attraction. It's just the way the universe works, Chair filled. Somebody new is entering your life. So this could be an opportunity where maybe you are just starting out meeting somebody new. Perhaps you are ready to meet somebody new and you're acknowledging that now. Maybe you're saying this like, actually, I'm ready for a relationship now. Or this could be a new job even, or just something that you are entering into, and somebody new is going to cross your path based on that. That's lovely. There's something about apples with that as well. I don't know if somebody's been eating apples. Lily, spiritual love. I feel like your spirit team, your spirit guides, they have been guiding you towards this. You may have been seeing signs, synchronicities, or hearing lyrics in music or something like that that's aligning you on this path, that's making you realise, I need to take this journey. I need to take this path. It's giving you a feeling of success, but you're doubting whether you will be successful. Recognition and reward for merit, but you do have obstacles to overcome. Now, the obstacles, I feel, are the ones within yourself. You've got to get over this fear. You've got to get over the hurdle of feeling rejected, feeling like this isn't going to be for you. This isn't going to be good for you. For some of you, this is about a person that you've already met, I feel, that you want to come towards, but there's that fear of rejection. or fear that this experience is going to be like other experiences, okay? Some of you might have been from part 1 actually that are watching this. Now, the obstacles to overcome, they are your obstacles within you, okay? And that is what you're working on at this time. But you do want this flow, and I do feel a lot of it can be about you actually opening up to what your emotions are, how you feel emotionally around this. Yeah, muddled, unclear thinking with the forest. Now, you may have been spending some time out in nature, trying to get your head around what your thoughts and feelings are in this particular subject. And you may have come out of that none the wiser than you were when you first went in, as to sort of like, I still don't know what to do about this. Still don't know. I can't see the wood for the trees. That kind of energy. And dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So you may have been away, or this person may have been away, and I've got the sense that you are both thinking about each other. I feel like you know who this person is, and it is someone that is a very good friend of yours. But they're not really expressing how they feel, is what I'm getting. Throne, position of authority. So this is about taking that responsibility, being the king or queen of your own life, and understanding, you know, actually, I do have the power here. I've got the power to move through my ego and allow, you know, talk to my ego, talk to what holds me back in fear, and express, actually, this is the way we are going to move forward. Yeah. Nothing was ever done or changed through everything feeling good, was it? Feeling okay. How many experiences have you had through your life that have really shook you up, but you've come out better on the other side? Now, did any of those experiences happen through you just being sat in your armchair with a cup of tea going like, yeah, that was a good change? No, it probably threw you into chaos, muddled thinking, difficulties, obstacles, but you came out. You learned something. You gained an experience. And that's what this reading is about. It's like, you've done this before. You have the ability to move through this. So what else do we have for you in these cards about your fear right now? Changes in your life with the moon. So this is about breaking through illusion. Anything that felt elusive before or was muddled and unclear thinking, it is no longer. It feels to me there is somebody that isn't close to you at this time that is thinking about you, and I feel like you're thinking about them as well. And this person is entering your life. You are stepping into a new experience. You're going to triumph over these obstacles, over these hills that we've got there, yeah? You've got these obstacles to overcome, but you're going to triumph over them because you accessed your inner truth. You acknowledge that, and you've allowed that truth to be expressed. You're taking responsibility as you need to, and you are seeing your journey as the destination, and that is allowing this flow and overcoming fear. So that is what your changes are. And we do have a full moon coming up on Sunday. So by Sunday, I feel this expression will have happened. You will have brought this to the forefront. You'll have brought this out. What else do we have for you? Lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So there may be some frustration over a particular aspect here. Perhaps you're frustrated with yourself. But with certain people in your life, I feel that they kind of get under your skin. There's an irritation going on in the background here. It's almost like there's a side of your life where you're like, yeah, I'm going to go towards this. I feel like I'm getting successful. And then there's some little gnat or something that's just aggravating you and always manages to spark that fire in you. So just watch that and make sure you don't allow it to take a hold of you, okay? Don't allow that energy to have a power over you. You're in control of that. And table, there is hard work ahead. I feel like you're doing a lot of inner work, and it will take time for you to sit with yourself and be sort of like, it's okay. You know, all of the versions of you in there, you're going to be sat down almost like at a round table going, okay guys, this is what we're going to be doing, okay? I need you to be like this. I need you to be like that. And I can just see you kind of weaving all of these versions of yourself, and you are becoming more at peace and at home with who you are. And where you may have rejected aspects of yourself in the past, I don't feel you are anymore. And this new person that's coming into your life kind of brings out those qualities within you, or acknowledges or sees those qualities, which is refreshing for you, because maybe you felt like in the past people haven't really given you that. Yeah, rats, someone working against you behind your back. So that's that energy with the lightning there, with that watching your anger. This comes out often in readings. So there might be somebody watching my readings regularly. If this resonates with you, it's definitely for you, because it's about somebody that is not happy with you trying to be successful in your life for whatever reason. And they know how to press your buttons. They know how to anger you. But in angering you, they're controlling you. They are keeping you where they want you to be. So in allowing yourself to get angry when they give you a rise, you're giving them the power. And that throne is telling you, be your own authority in life here. Don't let them have that power over you. Let's get one more card on here, and then we'll get into your tarot. Okay, so we've got ants, work, achievement and success. So that word success again. Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. So again, that's that rat, that's that energy of somebody working against you, trying to anger you, trying to hold you in a place that triggers you to a point where you're like, and you wrecking things for yourself almost, okay? So the scales are here to say, keep that life in balance, keep yourself balanced on there. It's quite funny because it looks like there's a snake climbing up on there, and I've got to say, having a snake as a pet is really calming. It really helps you to sort of feel, just gives you an energy of a relaxed energy. So you may need to find some balance here. I keep hearing as well that there's a cherry on the top. It's almost like something is the cherry on the top here. And I feel like that could be you moving into this energy with somebody else here that's going to help you to feel successful. That feels like the cherry on the top, like, oh, if we could just have this, that would be really good. And for some of you, I feel like that is some kind of financial reward or gain through hard work as well. Okay, so let's get into your tarot then and see, what is this all about? So your fear, first of all, what is the tarot telling us about that fear? What is the main thing about that? Oh, I'm just going to pick them, I think. So, what is your main fear? Okay. The main fear is about you not having been able to recover from things from the past. I feel like the past 4 months have been very difficult for you, and I feel like you've been trying to almost like bring your heart away from something that's been hurting you. And it's almost like the 4 months. For some, it could be like 4 years, but it feels more like it's months, really. And from that, I feel like it's exhausted you in a way. It's made you feel quite exhausted or tired. And you worry that you're not going to recover from this, that you're not going to be able to recover from this. But you are stepping into your power. We have that throne on there, and the Emperor kind of represents that. This is about, you've had to be very strategic about the way forward with this to step into your power. But now you are taking action and responsibility for yourself. You've stepped over the fear of what you might be losing there in order to gain more, in order to achieve more. And because of that, you are going to be rewarded. This is about good news coming in, communication coming in. So what you are communicating here, your communication that you get back is going to be very rewarding. And it will conclude an area of your life that you had ongoing, that just isn't really suiting you anymore. But through that fear, couldn't let it go. But now I feel like you are ready to let it go. It's almost like a match being lit, and through that being lit, it's lighting up the way, it's lighting up that path, it's illuminating it for you. Now, you've come from a place of not knowing what the future holds. Remember, we've got that muddled muddled, unclear thinking. So you've come through not knowing which direction to take, and it almost feels like you had two different paths that you could have chosen, and you feel like you didn't choose wisely. But in that not choosing wisely, you have actually learnt a lot of lessons. So even though you're not thinking clearly, or you haven't felt like you've been thinking clearly, you are ready to make a decision, I feel, at this time. Yeah, and this could be around you. There may be a fear around allowing your emotions to show. That could be about what this communication is about too. So this could be, I feel, about you needing to open up to overcome these obstacles emotionally. But there's fear around doing that. And it could be about that rejection. Again, it's your ego trying to keep you safe because you haven't been safe in the past expressing yourself in that way, because it's led to maybe manipulation. So, what else do we have for you, the tarot, that you need to know? Again, responsibility, the role that you play in your life, being there. This is also somebody that is honouring what their needs are rather than everybody else's needs, and knowing what role you play for you, not for everybody else. And someone is taking back their power in that sense. So this could be whether you're male or female, you are realising your responsibility here and what your role is and what you need to do. And there is change on its way. There is an up-levelling, if you like. It's like you kind of, in your intentions here, in you taking responsibility and moving through acknowledging what you need to flow and overcoming those fears, it's changing everything. It's up-leveled you a little bit on there. I keep getting something. It's like a car, like a blue car or something like that. That's something about going travelling in. Let's see what else we've got for you on there. So there might be an element of you actually visiting some places, going on some kind of travel. I keep wanting to say boogaloo as well. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that means something to you, but I don't really know what that means. Okay. So yeah, this whole process for you is about you actually being truthful to yourself, acknowledging your truth and expressing that truth and living that truth. And that's scary for you because I feel like maybe you haven't had the opportunity to do that before. Maybe you've been living somebody else's truth. And there is a lot of love, celebration and commitment that you are heading towards in this next portion of your life. So what outcome do we have for you on this? Wow, 6 of Wands, triumph. You can be proud of yourself for the work that you've done here. Proud of your achievements, proud of the decisions that you've made, proud of the fact that you have stood up and took the role of responsibility for yourself. It's really quite promising. Actually, both piles seem quite promising. But this one is about you really finding that success that you've been looking for, that you haven't found before, but now you are. And that's because you're acknowledging, I am in control of my own success. I am in control of this journey, and this journey is my destination. Communicating clearly, being truthful and honest with that is creating this flow and overcoming fears. I like this. So, if that resonates with you and you would like a personalised reading, my details are down in the description box. Drop me an email and we can get that going right away. If this does resonate with you, drop me a comment, maybe like the video, share it even if you like, and I will speak to you all very soon. I will be doing a live at the weekend as well, possibly. So hopefully I will catch you in the live, and I hope you enjoy my videos. Have a blessed day.